Ray, welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to do something that might be, in a way, controversial. That might either start a great conversation in the comment section, or you guys are just going to get mad at me. Either way, honestly, I don't care. I'm giving you my top 10 guitar players. I said to myself I would never do this, but you know, at the same time I want to. That's what we're doing today. I just ask that you guys be respectful in the comment section. If my top 10 don't match your top 10, or I don't say a particular person as number one or something like that, please be respectful. Don't get mad. Don't leave hate. Just, we can all talk. And if you disagree, that is okay. We can disagree on things, but at the end of the day, you just have to remember that this list is my own and it's not anybody else's. So let's get into it. If you like the content I'm creating, please subscribe, hit the bell notification so it is turned on, like, comment, and let's get into this. So, like I said, I think everybody has their own top 10 guitar player list, and regardless if it is the same as the lists that are everywhere. You can find lists everywhere, and they typically name the same people, just maybe in different slots or something. But at the end of the day, we all have our own. And it took me a minute to do this. I had to write down all the guitar players that I feel are incredible and up there, and then from there I kind of just narrowed it down to my top 10. We're also going to have a honorary mentions list like we do whenever I do my top 10 songs I've listened to here on my channel. And I'm going to leave the disclaimer, again, this is my list. It's not meant for anybody else. If you agree with it, that's cool. Most likely you won't, and that's okay. We're all, like I said, gonna have different lists, different opinions. I don't think I have anything else I want to say. I think we can just jump straight into the list. So with the list, I'm going to start with my honorary mentions, and we'll go from there. So, honorary mentions. I am a little bit nervous. Like I said I'd never do this because it's so, like, the list is always so personalized, right? I know there's somebody not on my list, and I know people are gonna have a fit about it. And you know what? I'll talk about it. Once I'm done with the list, I'll talk about it. Why I didn't have this person on the list. But honorary mentions. The first one is the godmother of rock and roll, an incredible woman on the electric guitar, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. I thought she deserved to be in the honorary mentions. I mean, you can't go wrong with someone who is such a pioneer when it comes to technique and just playing on the guitar itself. So she had to be an honorary mention. And now the next two, I'm putting them, I hope I can make this make sense, a duo, two people together, as I could always just name them individually, but because they work together, I think they deserve to be in one slot, if that makes sense. And if that doesn't make sense, it will. So the next one is Hatfield and Hammett. Those, I hope I'm not saying his name wrong. The second one, Hammett. So you have to put them together because they work together. They're in the same band. Without the other one, it just wouldn't be right. So these two, oh my God, some of the most incredible work I've heard is from Metallica. They are so impressive. They deserve to be an honorary mention for me, as well as Lynyrd Skynyrd, Gary Rossington, and Alan Collins. If I had it my way, I would put these two number one for me, okay? Remember that. That is my opinion for me because I am such a big Lynyrd Skynyrd fan, and Alan Collins Freebird, okay? The guitar portion. You can't tell me that that's not impressive and that he is not one hell of a guitar player. Now, Gary Rossington was there helping him out. Without one, you couldn't have the perfect ending to Freebird like it is. So for me, putting them together is the only option. They just so unique, so incredible, deserves more recognition than they get. And again, my opinion, Alan Collins, he's just incredible. For me, he's always been my number one favorite guitar player. It has always been that way, him being my favorite guitar player, right alongside Steve Clark. So for me personally, I would rank him on my list, and I that's just biased. I tried not to be so biased when making this list, but there is some. I will let you know. Always staying honest. And there has to be. I mean, that's how you create your list. Who you think is the best. That also, liking the band and that guitar player can sway you to putting them in a certain slot. Now, those are my honorary mentions. Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Hatfield, Hammett from Metallica, Rosington, and Collins from Lynyrd Skynyrd. The top 10 list. Let's start at 10, and I put at 10 Steve Clark. I'm sure some of you guys are not going to agree with it, but that's fine. This is my list. I just, besides love him, I think he is such a incredible, talented, unique guitar player. How he mixes classical with rock. The riffs and solos he comes up with are just incredible. His soft playing, he for me is number 10. Number 9 is Slash. Hi Harley Bug. Like I said, number 9 is Slash. Harley's up here snacking. I just enjoy watching him play. I think, again, quite like Steve Clark, I just find his playing incredible. I don't think you could sit there and say that Slash is not an incredible guitar player. Number 8, Stevie Ray Vaughan. I don't think, so for the rest of these, I really don't think I have to explain why they're in my top 10, but number 8, Stevie Ray Vaughan, he is a unique guitar player. I mean, yes, you could say that for everyone. Everybody's unique. They have their own way of playing. But Stevie Ray Vaughan, when I say he's unique, I mean like when you hear him, you know that's Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's so smooth and effortless, a lot like Steve Clark. Number 7, Eddie Van Halen, another unique guitar player. When you hear it, you know that's him playing. That's a lot of these. They all have this signature sound that you know when it's them. And I always refer back to Steve Clark because that's just my best way of describing what I mean. When you have Def Leppard, back when I did Def Leppard Saturdays, I would tell you who out of Phil and Steve was playing, or Pete and Steve. You could tell the two apart. That's a signature sound, along with the classical rock. Not everybody uses that. Number 6, Jeff Beck, R.I.P. Jeff Beck. He's just a monster on the guitar. He's incredible. 5, Ritchie Blackmore. I put him on this list because that Rainbow video, right? If you don't know, we listened to Catch the Rainbow. It was a live version. I will link it in the description box down below if you haven't seen it. But watching him there, right? That video alone gave me everything I needed to know. And that was, he deserves to be on my top 10 list. He's just amazing to watch. His talent is just undeniable. He's just incredible. I could watch that man play guitar for hours. Just him alone, nothing else around him, just playing the guitar. That's how you know you have something special. The next 4, I don't know, I don't feel like I need to explain why they're my top 4, but number 4 is Eric Clapton. Come on, it's Eric Clapton. Number 3, David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. I put him at number 3 on my top 10 list because Pink Floyd, such a unique entity. Again, that's like the wording of this video. The way he plays in it, it's just, he does something different than most people. He finds a way to capture whatever they're singing in such off-the-wall manners. It comes out just influencing. I could sit and listen to Dark Side of the Moon for hours and just listen to that man play guitar because it's so soothing to the ear. It's so, people say, eargasmic. That is pretty much what David Gilmour is when he plays. Number 2, Duane Allman, one of the Allman Brothers. Of course, he is going to be, of course, he deserves to be on the top 10 list. He's just remarkable on that guitar. And number 1 is Jimmy Page. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be fine with that because it's Jimmy Page. He deserves to be number 1 because he is just so talented, masterful, craftsmanship, just another one who you know when you hear it, unique style, just killer, just pure fire on that guitar. When he plays, you either go to heaven or you just go to heaven. Like, he's just incredible. That is my top 10 list. Let me explain to you why Jimi Hendrix isn't on my top 10 list. I know a lot of you guys might get mad at that. And I get it. I'm not taking away the fact that he is one hell of a guitar player. And definitely one of the best. He's always marked as the number 1 greatest guitar player. For me personally, I don't vibe with it. I'm not a Hendrix fan. Don't hate on me, but I'm not a Hendrix fan. Just like I hate Nirvana, okay? I just said something that's gonna make a lot of people mad. Look, he is remarkable, but it's a different time period, different way of playing. And yeah, a lot of these are, but what I'm getting at is that his playing was remarkable for his time. But is he better than Jimmy Page? For me, no. I think Jimmy Page is so much better. I mean, guitar playing evolves. So when you're sitting here, you have to look at everyone who's been playing and figure out, yeah, is this person better than this person? And that's how it is. I'm fine if people want to put Hendrix at number 1. That's cool, you do you. But for me personally, I don't think he is just wildly incredible that, oh my god, I'm going to lose my mind type of situation. Not like when I hear Jimmy Page or Richie Blackmore, Steve Clark, Slash, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eddie Van Halen, you know, or even Alan Collins, James Hetfield. I lose my mind over these people. When I hear Hendrix, I'm like, yeah, he's incredible, but I don't know. I'd rather, I hope this all makes sense, and I'm not just digging myself a hole. And yes, I don't like Nirvana. I never have, and we're not going to talk about it. This is my top 10 list. Jimmy Page, Duane Allman, David Gilmour, Eric Clapton, Richie Blackmore, Jeff Beck, Eddie Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Slash, and Steve Clark. 1 through 10. Let me know in the comment section your personal top 10, because I'd love to see it. And I want to remind you guys, just because certain people aren't on here, don't mean I know nothing about music. Or because Jimi Hendrix isn't number 1. Don't mean I know nothing about music. You know, I had somebody recently tell me because I played one concert and not a different one that is more widely popular, and I find the one that I did on my channel to be better than the other one, I get told that's something somebody that has no idea about music would say. You guys gotta remember that people are allowed to have difference in opinions. And this is gonna come out so controversial, just like my top 10 list. But that's the world we live in, where people are like, you can't have a difference of opinion. When you do, you blah blah blah. You know nothing about music. Dude, stop. Just stop. People can have their own opinions, regardless if you agree or don't. That don't mean this, and this. They know nothing about music or whatever, you know? this day and age, you have a difference in opinion and people bash you so hard, and it's just not right. But one thing I am happy about for me personally is that I don't care, and I'm over here like, and I'm happy you feel that way. Cool. That's cool. I don't care. This is my top 10 list. Personally, I'm happy with it, and that's all that matters, right? So let me know your top 10 list, because I'd love to hear it. And be respectful. Let me know what you think of my top 10 list, because I'd also like to hear that too. And let me know if you guys would like to see my top 10 rock list, rock band list, top 10 greatest of all time. And lastly, I want to say that if you want to get technical, and my dad is the one who told me this, and I totally agree with him. When you want to get technical, everyone, all these guys, they're incredible. Are they the best? Are they 100% the greatest guitar player in the world? You can never make that claim. Simply because there's so many people in the world, guitar players that aren't even found yet, that are probably better than a lot of these people on this list. We don't know about it because they are not famous, and we cannot make that official decision. My dad always says the greatest of whatever is the unknown person. Someone who don't even know what they're capable of. Someone who hasn't even picked up the guitar yet could probably be the greatest guitar player of all time. You just never know unless you go out and try it. That's why I always tell you, try things, start hobbies, work on it. At least say you tried. That's how I live my life. I can say I tried on so many different things. But can we ever make that statement? Like, is Jimmy Page being the greatest guitar player in the world? No, we cannot say that. We cannot make that statement because of the unknown. I hope that makes sense. Let me know your thoughts on that, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. With that, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, and that, just again, be respectful, please. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe and well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.